Hello Canadiens fans. The weekend remains very busy. In this video, we will talk about the last-minute cuts that surprised fans on the web. Make sure you're already subscribed to our channel, so you don't miss any Habs updates we publish here. You can add defenseman David Reinbacher to the list of Montreal Canadiens training camp cuts. It's a list of arguably premature cuts, but ultimately justifiable cuts all the same, as Reinbacher gets loaned to EHC Cloton in Switzerland. Reinbacher was joined by the likes of goalie Jakub Dobes, defenseman William Trudeau, and forward Sean Farrell. The cuts came after the team's second straight preseason loss to the Toronto Maple Leafs on September 30th, but most significantly with a week and a half left in camp, and after they announced a slew of cuts, including standouts Owen Beck and Joshua Roy, earlier in the day. Of note, none of the prospects mentioned need to go through waivers. Obviously, Reinbacher, the team's first-round 2023 draft pick, needs little introduction. While Reinbacher's selection had come under fire at 5th overall, there is no disputing his skill, or that he was having a pretty decent camp. So why cut him now? Some may argue Reinbacher's ready right now. While that is highly subjective and disputable, the simple fact is the Canadiens simply aren't ready for him. There's no room on the roster as it's constructed right now to first award him a roster spot regardless of how deserving he is, and then give him the ice time he needs to properly develop. That's ice time Reinbacher will most certainly get playing in Switzerland, after his team had come to an agreement with the Habs. According to reports, Reinbacher would either make the team out of training camp, or not play in North America, i.e., the American Hockey League, at all this season. Circumstances are obviously slightly different, but it's a similar decision ex-general manager Marc Bergevin had acknowledged as a mistake with Jesperi Kotkaniemi. From Stu Cowan, Canadiens can learn from mistakes with Jesperi Kotkaniemi, Montreal Gazette, September 7, 2021. The Canadiens selected Kotkaniemi 3rd overall in 2018, and put him on the team right away with mixed results. After a somewhat tumultuous 3 seasons with the Canadiens, especially regarding his development, he ultimately signed an offer sheet with the Carolina Hurricanes, for whom he played the last 2 seasons. In Kotkaniemi's case, the decision wasn't so clear-cut, in that the Canadiens would have been returning him to Poor an Asset, which would go on to post the worst record in the SM Liga by 20 points, 16-38-6. However, fans don't need to look back nearly that far for an example of the Canadiens arguably rushing the development of a top prospect. Do you agree with this decision about David Reinbacher? In your opinion, what should be done? Leave your opinion in the comments space below. If you're new here and want to stay up to date, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates we publish here. Until the next video, Habs Nation.